It's freaking June. And that means we can all get super freaking excited because a Nintendo Direct is this month. No more waiting. We'll get to find out the rest of the year's schedule for releases this month. There will probably be sick stealth drops this month. We'll probably see Metroid Prime 4 this month. We'll get some updates from other publishers on what they're bringing to Switch this month. It is the time to get super freaking excited, and I'm ready to dance in my chair. And let me tell you something. Don't let anybody rain on your parade, okay? Good morning, Mario, and good morning, Switch fans. I am left-handed. We did that awkwardly with the right, and it's okay. If you want to be excited for this month, it's okay. I'm going to kind of go into dad mode here as sort of an old head on the platform. I've been doing YouTube for 14 years. I'm 34, and I gotta say, this whole idea, this whole attitude of like, stop getting excited about potential Nintendo announcements. Stop getting excited about code names. Stop getting excited. Who's gonna write a post or make a video about this now? We don't want to hear it. Stop. Wait, dude, I tried that so long. I tried that attitude and that lifestyle for years. What that is basically is trying to police and calibrate everyone's enthusiasm and everyone's expectations and anticipation. Now, there's nothing wrong with saying like, whoa, I know there's not a direct this month, so I'm trying to keep you in check. But when we're going to go on Twitter, and I was very guilty of this for years, and we're going to say, why are you so excited for that Spider-Man skin? Who cares about his skin? Why are you so excited for that photo mode? Who cares about photo mode? I don't like photo mode. I don't really care about a Spider-Man skin. But every second that I spend wasting my time trying to control your happiness, that's a second I could spend on my own happiness. And that negativity begins to infect your life. It's no secret, and it's no surprise to me, that my most successful YouTube years were some of my least happy years because I was so entrenched in comparison and trying to calibrate and police and watch everybody else. When someone says, oh, Nintendo makes terrible games. Oh, how could you possibly be excited for Hellblade? Or in this case, why are you talking about Codename Edward? Why are you talking about Codename Banquet? Why are you talking about Nintendo Direct? Why are you talking about the Switch 2? Wait till it's all officially announced. Who's going to make headlines? Unless you're Pioro, just about everybody has said something that ended up not coming true, and just about everybody has covered something that ended up not being true. Why do we have these people going around telling people how to be excited and what to be excited for? Like, if you don't want to cover that, awesome. You don't have to. And I'm telling you, from my own experience, all it does is drain you of your own personal peace and happiness. Spending so much time on others, and this is a great philosophy for all of life, so many areas, like let people enjoy what they want to enjoy, let people love what they want to love and who they want to love, let people have a good time if they want to have a good time. It does not improve my life if your life is worse. I think that's sort of like the sickness of unhappiness, even a kernel of unhappiness, is like you don't want to see other people pumped up. And I know we have a generation where it feels like there's a lot of fake hype, right? There's a lot of hype for the show. There's a lot of hype for riling people up. And I know that's difficult to navigate. And I know sometimes it feels like people are just pushing your buttons to push your buttons. But if they're just excited for something, if they're just covering a code name because they're really geeked for a new 2D Zelda, if they're just covering a photo mode because for whatever reason they love the photography in games, sometimes more than the actual linear gameplay itself, let them be. I can't believe we have grown adults saying like, oh, look, another code name. Here we go. Another article, another video. It's like, dude, I could say the same thing about anything you post, any video you make, anything. We have this idea that unless it's validated, unless it's factual, it shouldn't be covered. Yet at the same time, this is coming from people that leak stuff themselves, which is at times been proven to be false. So it seems very hypocritical. And most of all, it seems to be draining and unfun. I think life is short. I think happiness is hard to wrangle. And I think joy and excitement and anticipation is one of the keys to success and the keys to living a happy life. I love flag posting, things that I'm excited for, whether it's a new Star Wars card reveal, it's a Lions Sunday football game, it is a code name for a potential game that could be something exciting, it is a June Direct, it is a Nintendo Switch 2. It's cool to get excited for it. I'm telling you, when I went on Twitter and I'd see people pumped for the latest episode of Mandalorian, and I was like, dude, I tell my best friend Gabe, like, dude, this show is so boring. It's so slow. I can't believe people like it. Sometimes I post, like, I don't know if we must not be watching the same show, but it's like, what does that do for me? What does that achieve? Okay, now I seem grumpy. I seem irritated. I seem like I'm raining on their parade. I'm pushing people away. I'm drawing negativity towards me. And I'm spending my time being upset at other people's enjoyment, which when you logically look at it, when you verbally state it out there, it seems absolutely bonkers, or at least it does to me. I do not want to waste my life worrying about what others are excited about. And so if you get excited by data mines, if you get excited by code names, if you only get excited when Nintendo themselves speaks it out of the mouth of Furukawa, any of those are a-okay. And I've gone away from social media as I've grown. Back in the day when I started YouTube in 2010, well, maybe not 2010, but like 2012, 2013, I was posting aggressively, posting pictures on Instagram, posting tweets, posting my food, posting my thoughts on everything. And over time, I think you realize like it's just not all that big of a deal. It's just not all that worth it. It's just not all that necessary. And there's a balance, right? Because like I probably should post some stuff if people are gonna. My mom? Is she commenting on the video? Oh, all right. She's telling me that her lunch break is at 1 p.m. Early lunch today for Mama SwitchForce. Anyhow, I just feel like it's unnecessary, and I feel like you can really belittle anything to being pointless. One thing a friend of I and I would always talk about is like, if you really want to get serious, if you really want to get like down to the nitty gritty, like emotionless fact of life, everything is kind of pointless. I think that's a miserable way to live. I think the only way that we persist, the only way that we enjoy, the only way that we thrive is to give meaning to the things in our lives. And if you want to give meaning to a skin in a game, if you want to give meaning to your favorite movie or your favorite show, if you want to give meaning to your cat, or you want to give meaning to your cosplay, or you want to give meaning to your tweets, I don't care. If it brings you joy and it gets you through the day, as long as it's not hurting anybody else, and as long as it's not harmful, dangerous, toxic behavior, more power to you. And that was not my attitude 6, 7, 8 years ago. My attitude then was like, why are they so excited about something so dumb? I would never get invested in that game. I would never get excited for that trailer. It was just CG. Why would I care? But you know what? It's okay to have my thoughts, and it's okay for them to have their thoughts, and they don't ever have to clash. Not everything is a competition. Not everything is a comparison. It's totally okay to just stay in your lane. I'm not saying that you shouldn't speak out on things that are important to you, or speak out on things that, again, could potentially hurt others or potentially cause problems bigger than yourself. But if it's like literally a show, your opinion on a show, your opinion on a trailer, your opinion on if you're going to cover a code name or you're not, like, just let it be. I think it's great to be excited. It's great to be exciting. It's great to have a good time. And personally, I see any sort of leak, news, rumor about Nintendo, and I'm like, holy crap, this is the company I've loved since I was 4 years old. Walked into my grandparents' house. They were older, but they had a younger son who was my uncle. He had an NES. He just got a Super NES. He gave me his NES. I put a Beast from X-Men sticker on it, and I've loved Nintendo ever since. I beat The Little Mermaid on NES as the first video game I ever cleared. I've been hooked ever since. I love Nintendo the most. Do I agree with everything they do? Do I like everything that they do? Do I think they have crappy directs? Absolutely. 100% don't think Nintendo is perfect. Don't turn a blind eye. Don't have rose-colored glasses. If they come out with a Farm Sim JRPG Direct, I'll tell you I'm bummed. But I won't try and tell other people that they should hate it too. It just doesn't end up working out. Unless you're trying to create some sort of like movement for good, I really don't think it's necessary to convince anyone of anything if it's not harmful or negative. Like, there is something to be said for loving things, and there is something to be said for just enjoying what you enjoy and trying to make the most out of every moment. You can go through life on a 2 out of 10 enthusiasm, right? You're like almost just flatlining. You're just everything. You're just taking it and you're just letting it go. Nothing brings you happiness. Nothing gets you upset. That's fine. But I'm going to be up here, and sometimes I'm going to be down here. But most of the time I'm going to be up here, and I really like being up here. I think that's fun. I think it's fantastic. I think it's great to be excited, and usually it's rewarded. Usually there is a cool direct. Usually a cool Star Wars card does come out. Usually someone does say something nice. I mean, usually there's a lot more good, I think, than we give credit to. Social media and the internet has convinced us that the world is a awful place. And don't get me wrong, there are horrible atrocities going on pretty much constantly. But one, we don't need to add to it by bringing more negativity. And two, it's still possible to pull pockets of joy, little glimpses of light, and bits of hope from around you. And I think one of the best ways to do that is if you're pumped for the June Direct, be pumped for the June Direct. If you hope that there's Mario Party, Kirby, Metroid Prime, and Donkey Kong like I do, boom, hopeful. Maybe those 4 games will come. Maybe they won't. But here's the deal. If those 4 games do come or don't come, my life is the same. But in the lead up, I can either be excited and enthusiastic, or I can be miserable and critical. I can go around and trying to tell people, don't hope, don't be excited. It's just a stupid code name. It's just a stupid rumor. Or I can enjoy the rumors, soak it up, and then the Direct is going to be what the Direct is. No matter what I do, the world happens how it happens, but I have every choice in my power to decide how I'm going to approach things and how I'm going to live and how I'm going to experience life. And I would so much rather be excited and passionate and, get a little over enthusiastic, get a little overhyped, than try to temper my expectations, temper everybody's expectations, and really rain on everybody's parade. I just think it's really funny to see all of this coming out of the woodwork, especially because the Switch 2 has been delayed internally, or so we've been told. And now it's like, don't cover Switch 2, don't cover code names. Why? I think it's fun. At the end of the day, it's kind of all I really care about in terms of if other people don't like it, if other people hate it, if other people don't want to talk about it, then that's their prerogative. But for me, it's fun to talk about. For me, I think it's exciting. And I would rather be excited leading up to the Direct, leading up to the reveal, and then get bummed than just be bummed the whole time. Because if you're going to be bummed, you're going to be bummed. We might as well not be bummed for the period of time we can not be bummed. It's okay to be bummed. You don't have to be fake smiling all the time. I'm not talking about that. I'm just saying let people enjoy what they want to enjoy and maybe try and make the most out of everything you do, even if it seems sucky, boring. The best decision I ever made was to try and stop comparing to others and to try to stop looking around at what others were excited about and focus more on myself and what I've got going on. It has created a complete freedom of peace and happiness, less stress and enjoyment for me, because my 30s have been so much more happy and relaxed despite a ton of negative things happening to me than my 20s, where a ton of great things were happening to me and I had a ton of disappointment, depression, upset, frustration, anguish, anger, etc. That's my what's 60 times 12? 740 cents of my thoughts. Not my 2 cents. It's a lot of cents. But before it hits 13, thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, stay happy, stay positive out there. Love you lots. Until next time, SwitchForce out.